And today I have your weekly preview for the week of January 23rd, 2023. So let's get into it. Queen of the Stone Age is the name of the week. Let's get straight into the Soulforge though, and we'll go back to that. Alright, let's see what's in here for y'all to craft and what kind of order I can put them in. Alright, we got Sagittarian, Nipple Fobs. Mistralis. The Grey King, and the Wild Queen. Holy cow, that's 3 potential top 10s in one Soulforge. That's like the best Soulforge ever. I would go with the Wild Queen first, then the Grey King, then Mistralis, and then Nipple Fobs. That would be the order. The Wild Queen, steal up to 44 attack from an enemy and give it to my first ally. Create a mix of 22 skulls and green gems. It's like a more potent version of the Wild King. It's really good in like Guild Wars and PvP and stuff like that. I really like it. It's a top 7-ish mythic, maybe top 5. Grey King is also like borderline top 10. Probably just gets in there, squeaks in there. For me, anyway. Some people don't like it as much as I do. I used to not like it, honestly, when it first came out. And then it kind of grew on me. But some other people, it never grew on them. 22, blue, brown, purple, Galvania Undead. Destroy all gems of a chosen color. This is like the prototypical mythic. It does a lot of stuff here. Destroy all gems of a chosen color. All enemies of that color take 43 true damage. So it's already mana generating and doing true damage. And then they are mana drained, silenced, and frozen. So multiple good things. You drain all of their mana, then you silence them so they can't get mana, and then you freeze them so they can't get extra turns. All the while doing true damage and mana generating. So really good troop, and it's undead. You can 50% start it. I like it. Excuse me. Mistralis. Probably the one I like the most right now out of all of these, but also probably just outside the top 10. I use it with the Psycho Mega Missy. It's a really good, like, free damage troop. It has an extra turn. It's one of the only, like, 3 or 4 mythics that have an extra turn on it, like a guaranteed automatic extra turn. 25 blue, brown, yellow, Stormheim, Elemental Fae. Deal splash damage to 1 to 4 random enemies, then jumble the board and gain an extra turn. Enchanted Wind. Enchant all allies in 4 or 5 gem matches and spell armor. So it has lots of stuff. Does splash damage, jumbles the board, which is better than it seems sometimes, and then it gains an extra turn. And it enchants your allies on 4 or 5 gem matches. So really good when you have like the Sycorax thing going. It's an infinite loop, and you can cast the Mistralis in between as it gets up every time, and it gets an extra turn, so you can go right back to your infinite loop. And if you have another troop on the bottom of your team that does something on 4 or 5 gem match while you're doing all that, it's even better. I usually use Megavore. Which, by the way, I know my Doomed... I did a video for the Tower of Doom, the Brown Tower of Doom. I have 3 teams out there, the Brown Tower of Doom. And I used the Psycho Mega Missy on there. And I realized that the Megavore can't instant kill the Doom. But that's not really that big of a consideration when the Doom's only 1 troop every once in a while. And you can still kill the other 3. And that's not the main part of the team anyway. That's just a little extra thing on little sprinkles on top of the goodness. Anyway, so the Wild Queen, number 1, Grey King, number 2, Mistralis, number 3, Nipple Fobs, don't even really consider him. King Mikhail, we're doing legendaries now. King Mikhail, Chief Stronghorn. Or Airy and Triton. Triton's a 50% start. Or Airy has a unique storm. Chief Strong, he's probably the worst out of the legends that are here, for sure. Chief Stronghorn is 100% the worst legendary that's here. Then probably, or Airy. So it's between Triton and King Mikhail if you're going to craft a legendary, but you probably should not. King Mikhail's good in little certain restrictions where you can't use... Now that we have, like, Chalcedony, I don't know when we would use King Mikhail. Maybe like an Urskaya or an Urska restriction. But he's really good in those little tight restrictions because he explodes a row and deals damage to all enemies. So if it's like a world event, he's hitting all enemies and he's mana generating. So he's decent, but only every once in a while. While Triton is actually a 50% start for merfolk, so you want to collect all those 50% start troops. I would say if you're if you have to craft a legendary, which you do not. I would say Triton, but he's not a top 10 or anything, so don't do it. And then we have weapons. Did I mention anything? Osha's Tome is the only one you can't leave this week without. Explode 4 gems for each blue ally and each elemental ally. So you just make a whole team of blue elementals and or you can just make a whole team of blue and it explodes. Nothing else here. We've had Nexus a million times. We were talking about this on the live stream the other day. That's another video you should watch if you haven't watched it yet. I'll link my Tower of Doom video at the end of this, but you should also check out that live stream where I was ranting and raving about how many Nexuses we've had in the last year. And somebody brought it up on our Discord, and it's happened a bunch of times. So I was right about the Nexus happening way more times than it should. And of course, it's a new kingdom, but come on now. Like, our event keys have become devalued because every other week we're having the freaking Nexus. But check out that live stream. I rant and rave pretty much the whole time about how the game is going down the toilet. If you want to hear that kind of stuff. Anyway, so no weapons. Okay, Osha's Tome. The Wild Queen first. Then probably the Grey King. Then Mistralis. Then Osha's Tome. And then, Triton would be the Soulforge. Alright, we got Tower of Doom. I already have a video with teams on it, but we do get this Doom Tonto. Deal damage to the last enemy boosted by brown gems. If they have a Doom, deal double damage. There's a 3% chance per tempering level to kill the enemy. Not a good one, but you should grab it in the shop as you, right here, I'm going to do. How do you have a video and you haven't bought anything in the shop yet? Well, I just made the teams and showed them to you outside of the event, and that's how I got it out so early. And, yeah. I can't do that on every event, but when I can, I think it's a good idea. But yeah, Doom Tonto, you want to buy up to the weapon. And then, your guild should have a scout. I explained this on the video too, but I hope your guild has a scout. If your guild does not have a scout that hits every room, you might want to consider moving to a better guild. Any good guild is going to have scouts that tell you what's in every single room. It's just one thing to add to the pile of things. Like if your guild isn't doing this and this and this and this, and they don't scout right, it might be a reason to leave the guild. But it might not be the only reason. Like if they do everything else right, but they don't scout right, I don't know. I wouldn't leave a guild just because of Tower of Doom. It only happens every once in a while. But you need scouts that hit every single room and tell you what's in every single room, so you know that they're hitting every room. That way you can get all the lucks and the heroisms and the fireballs and the hastes. Like, they're saving you turns and giving you extra turns and giving you fireball scrolls and heroism scrolls and extra points by doing it right. If they do it wrong, it's just hurting the whole guild, and that's terrible. And nobody ever wants to hear it, especially the lazy scouts that don't want to scout every single room. They just want to do the unlocks. They don't want to hear it because they're lazy, but they're hurting their entire guild when they do that. So I hope you have a scout that hits every room. Just hit the unlocks, the lucks, the heroisms, the fireballs, and the hastes, and that's it. Do not hit the armor. Do not hit the, wherever it is here. Do not hit the life. Do not hit the armor. Do not hit the attack, and do not hit the magic, and do not hit the powers. Don't hit those. Everything else is good. Haste, unlock, luck, heroism, fireball. It's pretty easy. Let's go back around. Or, let's go to the glory shop real quick. Spoils of War. Got that. It's a good purchase every single time. We got Doomed Gargoyle this week. 12 red, brown, Nexus, Elemental Construct. Convert a chosen mana gem to an Uber Doom Skull. Is that just one gem? Or is it like a color? I haven't used it yet, and when I first read it, I thought it was like, oh, you can choose green and turn every green into an Uber Doom Skull. And the more times I see it, it seems more like a peasant where you turn one gem into an Uber Doom Skull. I don't know, y'all. We'll have to see. If it's just one gem, that's kind of really stinky. But if it's like all of a color, then that's pretty decent. So, I don't know. The more I read it, the more it reads like it's just one gem, though. Let's get it to Mythic. At least I will. If you don't have tons and tons of glory, you might not want to do that, but it's up to you. But yeah, the Arcane Lava trait stones come in. The red-brown trait stone. You get 2 of them per. So we can see what troops we can trait with that trait stone. You can buy them in the glory shop. You save up your glory. Look at me, I have over 1 million glory. I can buy as many trait stones as I want from the shop. You should be able to as well if you have Whitehelm as your home kingdom, as you should. So let's check out those red and brown troops that you can fully trait now. Base rarity. Alright, troops such as... I don't see anything with good traits yet. Okay, Megavore, Death Below. So you got Mistralis in the Soulforge. You had Sycorax a week or two ago in the Soulforge. And now we have the trait stone for Megavore. So you could do the Psycho Mega Missy. Blood Mark. Obsidius with the Earthquake. Pharaoh Nefertani with the Pharaoh's Curse. Tina has a bunch of good stuff. Electrified Plating, Spell Block. Scourge of Honor has the Rat Swarm. I think Jarl has a Burn. King Bloodhammer has a Doomstorm. King Highforge has that 50% Dwarf start. You want to collect all of those. We have Magma Dragon for the Fomag team right here. It has a Lava Storm. You're going to have to get it fully traded to start meddling it and stuff, so you're going to want to do Magma Dragon. King Highforge already said. Who else do we got with this trait stone? We got Gargoyle, who has Stone Skin and Spell Armor. Herald of Damnation, Empowered. This is a pretty, like a lot of troops with this stone. I don't know if it's like super duper important, but it's got a lot of stuff, so that's makes it important. Anything else here? I don't know. I don't really see anything else. There's Tagraki, but you probably already have that traded. Anyway, so that was the trait stone. Let's check out the event key drop table. We have Nexus again. So you guys, I'm not even going to go over I guess I will. It's so annoying, though. We've had it so many times. We've had it so many times now. It's like, why keep giving it to us? Like, they need to front load it, and they need to do this less times. I understand why they need to do it, and that's not a reason to defend like all these Nexus weeks. They could do it a different way and make it better. It's kind of dumb. Alright, so you could get Aquaria, Kalika. Both of those aren't very good. I'd say Aquaria is a little bit better than Kalika. King Heliodor, true damage, which is decent, but it's only one enemy. Other things that are here, like Queen Ash, I gotta go get with event keys, but hey. Deal heavy splash damage to the second to last enemy, boosted by brown gems and allies, pull them to the front, then create 3 elemental stars. Still seems like a typo, but somebody tried to defend that in my comments, but still seems like a typo to me. But nothing really here, y'all. I mean, it's really a waste of event keys. But see how Shale looks pretty much exactly like Queen Ash? I mean, it's just yellow eyes. It's like yellow instead of... It's like blue instead of... I don't know. Anyway. So that's the traits. The event key is like useless this week pretty much. Unless you missed Aquaria or something. But Aquaria is not very good, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. Queen of the Stone Age. New epic troop Doomed Gargoyle. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. New legendary troop Queen Ash. Get this new legendary troop only with event keys this week. Tower of Doom. Defeat Dooms and gain points for your guild. Build a team from a color brown and search for the Dooms. Lunar Revel is going on. Why don't they have like a... They should have like a timer there. Play the new holiday event and earn currency for the holiday store. I think it's 1 more week. So we probably have like 6 days and change left. Kingdom Pass. The Kingdom Pass has started. Defeat the Kingdom Battle Crashers. Unlock rewards. 13 days left. See how that has a timer? Week of Nexus. All Nexus troop gain 10% of their skills like every other week. Week of Elementals. All Elementals gain 10% of their skills. Bonus trait stones. Use the Doomed Gargoyle in PvP to get a bonus trait stone. That's almost never worth it. So whenever you see this, don't get excited. It's almost never worth it to do. Sure. What else is going on? Let's go get this, let's get the legendary on video. Let's do 50 at a time. I usually do 200, but there we go. See? Queen Ash. Pretty easy to get. No good traits. I mean, 2 magic to all elemental ally. Don't defend that. It's not great. And then heavy splash damage to the second to last enemy. Create 3 elemental stars. It sounds okay. It might be good. You never know. Might see like a clickbaity title with that troop saying that it's super awesome pretty soon. Like I would say in a day or two. Not on my channel, but you'll probably see that. Like super awesome, new quib, wow, 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 woo woo. Can't beat them, join them, you know. So yeah. Today we have the campaign. You got the Tower of Doom, or no campaign. Sweet. That's my favorite part about Tower of Doom, and like no campaign tasks, no world event. I love this week. I got to get more happy about this week. Even though it's the Nexus, that kind of brought me back down. If it wasn't the Nexus this week and it was just some other kingdom, especially like a better kingdom week, I'd be so happy because there's no campaign, there's no world event right now. I'll take a Tower of Doom for sure, no Guild Wars. Like, super awesome week, except for it's a Nexus week again. But we have Tower of Doom today, so you're going to want to do like your adventure board, your dungeon, your lunar revel, your crowns, and like start on the Tower of Doom. Tomorrow, Tuesday, what do we have? Of Umbral Nexus for like the 5th or 6th time. And that's in like a year, and when it should only happen ever so often, every 36 weeks. So figure that out. It's happened like 6-7 times in 1 year, but it should only happen once every 36 weeks. There's only 52 weeks in a year. It should happen 1.5 times a year. And we've had Umbral Nexus probably like 4 or 5 times in 1 year. It's crazy. Wednesday, we have the pet here. Thursday, we have Elementalist again for like the 5th time, 6th time. And then this weekend, we have Invasions. It's a tower week this week. If you want to remember what's up this week, we have towers all week. Towers of Doom, and then on the weekend, we have Invasion, which is towers. Also, Chatathon on Saturday. Starting at the butt crack of dawn, we'll be toppling some towers, doing arena. You guys can pick the team. We'll be playing like every game mode in the game, maybe even treasure hunt. So Chatathon, let's go. $5 every 15 minutes, $1 every 3 minutes. Everything counts, and first hour's free. That's what's going on this week. No campaign to check out. I love this screen right here. Favorite screen in the game. Campaign is just annoying chores. But yeah, that's it really. I got the legendary, did everything. Okay. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your gut about the channel, comment below, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.